His life matters. It says he made his son pass through the fire. And what I want you to notice, how he was willing to kill his own son. Why? Because of the religious idolatry of the day. And it's still true to this day that the way you show your greatest devotion to God is by offering your own children. Go to India today. You'll see ladies sitting next to the Ganges River, and you'll see them throwing their children into the river as sacrifices to their gods. Come with me to Uganda, and you'll go into a police department. Every police department has the same thing. Same poster. Don't offer your children as sacrifices. Let me ask you a question. Are they putting that up there for evangelical Christians? Or for people that are going to the witch doctors and worshiping the local deities? That's who that sign's there for. We walk past trees, and at night the witch doctors will come and they'll offer goats and chickens and sometimes children. What does Proverbs say? 6 things that God hates. Shedding of innocent blood is one of them. Hearts that devise wicked plans. Feet that run rapidly to evil. Now, I know some of us listening and some of us in this room, we've had abortions, we've paid for it. I just want you to know that that is sin. The killing of innocent children is sin. It's always been sin. It will always be sin because God is absolutely holy and He's revealed that. And you know, as in the days of Manasseh, the government was being weaponized for the killing of children. And then the society willingly and enthusiastically embraced the killing of their own children. Could that be like today? I mean, if I had cat cider smoothies, this guy would be hunted down. Or if we had puppy cider smoothies. But society doesn't cry out when we're talking about the taking of life. And then it's not only on the government side, it's not only on the social side. Now we have to get the religious people to get on board and to buy into the shedding of innocent blood. Just like in the days of Manasseh. We're going to make this a religious endeavor to save Mother Earth or to save our autonomy. Okay. United Church of Christ. You just got to listen to this. I want you to notice reproductive justice. How many of you are for justice? Well, of course I'm for justice. But I want you to see how this is perverted, and we'll let Reverend Sandy describe it to you.
Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Even before the 1973 Supreme Court decision in Roe v. Wade, affirming abortion access as a constitutional right, UCC clergy and members have been engaged in reproductive justice advocacy.
Trust women who go through these doors. Trust these women. We trust them to know that they are the one and only person who has agency over her own body.
This has included 8 General Synod resolutions affirming the right to reproductive choice and the fundamental right of bodily autonomy.
As people of God, we seek justice. We are praying people who are pro-choice. We accept the responsibility, claim the tradition, and we embrace the right to choose prayerfully with the knowledge that God is with us in all of our circumstances.
Reverend Sandy, let me ask you a question. There's only 2 kingdoms. Manasseh offered his son and shed innocent blood. What did the God of heaven say? There's only 2 kingdoms. There's only 2 kingdoms. Friends, this is trying to use religion in a way just like Hitler did when he handed out Luther's book in all of the Lutheran churches in Germany. You can kill the Jews, purge the Jews from Germany and the rest of the world. Got to get the religious people on board. Let me tell you what the scriptures say. This is what it says. For you, God, formed my inward parts. You wove me in my mother's womb. Turn to someone and say, God wove you in your mother's womb. God wove you in your mother's womb. Those of you online, God wove you in your mother's womb. God wove you in your mother's womb. That's why life is sacred. And government is created, and parents are created, and created to protect life in children. I had a good friend of mine, she recently said to me, says, Mark, but I've got choices to make, and I can do whatever I want. It's my own body. I'm like, okay. I said, how about this? How about if I choose to rob the bank? Is that okay? Well, no, Mark, that's dumb because that's stealing. I said, okay. How about this? How about I go to the state fair, I get in my car, it's my car, I can do what I want with my car, it's my body, it's my car, and so I just drive through the crowd and run everybody out, run 100 people over. Is that okay? Well, no, Mark, that's murder. That's not okay. See, and I said, you can see the moral problem with someone saying, I have a choice to do evil. Well, if life begins at conception like this says, and God is weaving every child in the mother's womb, then you don't have the right to take that life, because life comes from God.